Near the summit of Mount Norikura, I encountered a person climbing in short pants, wearing regular hiking boots with no crampons, and without an ice axe. He appeared to be using a tree branch as a makeshift walking stick. I will show you the scenes later in this video. On this day, I skied down from near the summit of Kengaminé Mountain, which is the highest summit in this Norikura area. On this day, I used Alpico Bus from Nagano side. I parked my car at Sanbon-daki parking and rode Alpico Bus for 30 minutes and got off at Kuraigahara Hut. On this day, due to icy section of the road, the bus could not bring us to the bus stop at the toilet hut, which is closest to the Kengaminé summit. I skied up from Kuraigahara Hut to the summit of Kengaminé. In this Norikura area, there are various ways to access the backcountry field depending on the season, so please see the descriptions below. This is Sanbon-daki parking. This trail is Kamoshika Trail of Mount Norikura Snow Resort. As you can see, the road is closed ahead of this Sanbon-daki parking. The road from here to Kuraigahara Hut is bus only. This is the parking lot at the highest altitude where ordinary cars are allowed to come. Alpico Bus allows skiers to ride the bus in ski boots. The problem with this Alpico Bus is that you need to purchase the ticket on the web page before riding the bus. When riding the bus, I was not asked to show the issued QR code. Instead, I was asked to say my name without showing the electronic ticket. I was asked to bring the backpack and the poles into the passenger compartment. So I put only the skis into the luggage compartment. The toilets at this hut are usually very crowded. Walk in the west direction for about 3 minutes. On the right hand side there is an entry point to the backcountry. I attached climbing skins and I am now ready to climb. During the night, the temperature was about 3 degrees Celsius, but in the daytime it was so hot that I took off everything except for my long-sleeved shirt on the upper half of my body. Since it is almost June, the bushes have gotten really thick. When skiing down back to this Kuraigahara Hut, skiing through the dense bushes is pretty tough. Therefore, when skiing down, it might be actually be faster to take your skis off and walk in ski boots. The online bus ticket webpage is available only in Japanese, so it may be difficult for inbound tourists to purchase the Alpico bus ticket. In contrast, Nohi Bus on the Toyama side between Honoki-daira bus terminal and Tatami-daira bus terminal does not require reservation, so the tickets can be purchased at the Honoki-daira bus terminal at the vending machine. So for inbound tourists, it may be easier to use the Nohi Bus on the Toyama side, which was explained in my previous video, so please see the descriptions below. I rode the Alpico Bus at Sanbon-daki at 8:45. Probably most of the skiers wish to ride this earliest bus. The bus ticket is a flat rate, so no matter you get on at Sanbon-daki or at Kyokamura, it costs the same, 2,450 Japanese yen. Kyokamura, a vacation village, has a much larger parking lot, so most skiers tend to board the bus from Kyokamura bus stop. Also, since Kyokamura is at a lower elevation, you can save on gas for your car by parking there. I think the bushes close to the Kuraigahara Hut are very problematic, but around here at the higher point, the slope is wide and it is very easy to climb and it is easy to ski down. From here I can see the summit of Kengaminé Mountain. This is almost close to the toilet hut. I have to climb these rocks to the road and cross this road and the slope in front leads to the Kuraigahara Hut. The toilet hut is now open and available for use. It looks like they open this toilet hut once the buses start stopping at this bus stop. It's a pretty old facility, so it's not particularly clean. The slope you see in front is also skiable. I skied there in winter. You can see many skiers are climbing on the slope on the left-hand side. This slope is not so steep, but the slope on the left-hand side are very steep. Since this is very steep traverse, I put on crampons for my skis. It seems people with skis and climbing skis are having difficulty in traversing this steep slope. This is pretty steep. I could see ski tracks of other skiers on the snow, but I think this is very scary to traverse with skis. I'm now walking with crampons with ski boots, so it's not so difficult. Some skiers are climbing this very steep slope with skis and climbing skis, but I think it would be better to walk with boots and carry skis on backpack, just like me. The summit over there is Asahi-daké mountain. And the summit on the left-hand side is Kodama-daké mountain. You can also ski this slope. I think the man on the right-hand side is walking without crampons. Maybe he's a tourist. As you can see, this traverse path is very steep, but some tourists are walking here without any equipment, without any crampons. So on this traverse path, if you slip and fall, I think you could easily slide down hundreds of meters. Walking without crampons is quite dangerous. I'd strongly recommend bringing an ice axe, if possible. I think the tourist in front is walking without any crampons and he's wearing only short pants. I think he's very dangerous. Not all, but some hikers have ice axe. As you can see, at the point close to the summit of Asahi-daké, I had to walk on the rocks like this. So if you wear a 12-point crampons, it may be difficult to walk on the rocks. So this kind of chain spike would be more convenient in this kind of situation where rock sections and snow sections alternately appear. At this point close to the summit of Asahi-daké, the wind was very strong, so I had to put on jacket. It was very cold. Around here the wind was very strong. At this point, I am now going to merge into the hiker's trail. This rope indicates the hiker's trail. We skiers usually climb out of the standard hiker's trail, but at this point, I walk along the hiker's trail. The the slope on the left-hand side is the drop-in point, but now I want to climb to the summit of Kengaminé, so I left my backpack and skis here and climbed to the summit on foot in ski boots. If it were midwinter and the slope is frozen, this slope would be very difficult, very dangerous, but now the snow is soft and sherbet snow. I think I can ski down this slope. This slope is very steep. I left skis and backpack on the snow, and now I'm walking in ski boots. I walked about 10 minutes and reached the summit. There is a Shinto shrine on the summit. I'm not so religious, but because there is a Shinto shrine, I prayed a little bit. By the way, the slope on the south of Dainichi-daké is also skiable. That slope is skied usually in midwinter. In spring, it is difficult to go to the south slope of Dainichi-daké because there is no path to that mountain right now. It seems some hikers are eating lunch here on this summit. Now I descended along the trail, and the hut in front is closest to the summit. The employees of the hut are now removing snow around the hut. Now I came back to the drop-in point. I have found my backpack and skis. I took some rest here, and now I am ready to ski down. The inclination of the slope is very steep, so at first I was very scared, but it is spring and the snow is soft. I can comfortably ski down this steep slope. Maybe in midwinter this slope may be very difficult. Maybe this is only for advanced skiers. At the summit, a snowboarder starts to descend. It's far away. Probably in midwinter, there are no bushes dividing the slopes, so you can go in any direction. But now, the slope is divided by the bushes. So probably in midwinter, you can directly ski toward the toilet hut from here. But now, I have to go in the direction of the road. I arrived at the road. Here, I detached skis and carried skis. I walked about 5 minutes on foot. The toilet hut can be seen from here in front. I arrived at the toilet hut, and this place is also the bus stop. The toilet hut is now open and available. This poster says, "Watch out for bears." This space is the bus stop. If we can get off at this bus stop, it would be very easy to climb to the summit of Kengaminé. Now I'm going to ski down toward Kuraigahara Hut. I have 2 more hours before the departure of the return bus, but for safety, I will go back to the Kuraigahara Hut as early as possible. As I ski down, the bushes become denser and denser, and the area close to the road was very difficult due to the bushes. Maybe I should have followed the exact path that I climbed in the morning, but now I'm skiing in the different direction because the slope appeared to be wider on this area. Finally, it became impossible to ski, so I detached skis and carried skis. I'm now walking in ski boots, and I'm walking in the direction of the climbing path that I walked in the morning.
Oh, come on, I fell into the hole. Oh, dangerous.
There is a river hidden under the snow, so watch out. If you step on a thin snow, the snow will break and you will fall into the river. I returned back to the road. I walked about 5 minutes to go back to the Kuraigahara Hut. I have successfully returned back to the Kuraigahara Hut. I ate udon noodle. It was very delicious. Also, I drank non-alcohol beer. Beer after the backcountry is the best. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. I am introducing backcountry ski in Japan.